Path to Citizenship, Part 2, Understanding the Roots of Democracy. The next day, Diego Fernandez entered the study room with a determined look. Yesterday's session with Evelyn had been illuminating. He had learned about the fundamental concepts of independence, the balance of power, and the rights protected by the Constitution. Today, he was eager to deepen his understanding. Evelyn, his citizenship tutor, sat ready with a new set of questions, each one exploring another layer of American history and the responsibilities of citizenship. Evelyn greeted Diego with a nod, signaling the start of their session.
Good to see you back, Diego. Today, we'll dig deeper into the values that define this country. We'll cover a few more questions, each addressing different aspects of American democracy and history. Ready to begin?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's start with a question about one of the core freedoms protected by the First Amendment. What is one right or freedom guaranteed by the First Amendment? Question: what is one right or freedom guaranteed by the First Amendment? A. The right to vote. B. Freedom of speech. C. The right to a fair trial.
Answer: B. Freedom of speech.
Correct. The First Amendment protects several freedoms, including speech, religion, press, assembly, and the right to petition the government. Why do you think freedom of speech is such a vital right?
It lets people express their opinions and challenge the government. Without freedom of speech, people wouldn't be able to share ideas freely or criticize leaders. I think it's essential for holding the government accountable and for personal expression.
Exactly. Freedom of speech is at the heart of democracy. It ensures that people can share ideas, debate, and push for change without fear of punishment. It's fundamental to a society that values individual rights and collective progress.
Diego nodded, appreciating the power that came with freedom of speech. Evelyn moved on, shifting the focus to the duties that come with the rights of citizenship.
Now, let's talk about the responsibilities tied to citizenship. Here's a question about the duties that come with being a U.S. citizen. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? Question: what is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? A. Serving in the military. B. Voting in federal elections. C. Obeying the law.
Answer: B. Voting in federal elections.
That's right. Voting in federal elections is a unique responsibility for citizens. It allows them to choose their leaders and shape the nation's policies. Why do you think voting is considered both a right and a duty?
Voting is how citizens make their voices heard. By voting, they help decide who leads the country and what direction it takes. It's a way to participate in democracy and ensure that the government reflects the will of the people.
Absolutely. Voting is a powerful way to influence the future. It's not only a way to express one's voice, but also a chance to shape the country's path. It's through voting that citizens can hold their leaders accountable and advocate for change.
Diego absorbed the importance of voting, realizing it was one of the most direct ways to impact the nation's direction. Evelyn prepared for the final question, taking a moment to emphasize the role of the Constitution itself.
Next, let's look at the document that established the framework for American governance. The U.S. Constitution is the foundation of the country's laws and protections. When was the U.S. Constitution written? Question: when was the U.S. Constitution written? A. 1776, B. 1787, C. 1791.
Answer: B. 1787.
Correct. The Constitution was drafted in 1787 and ratified in 1788. Why do you think it has endured for so long?
I think it's because the Constitution can be amended. It has a strong foundation, but it's flexible enough to change when necessary. That allows it to evolve as the country grows and faces new challenges.
Exactly. The Constitution's ability to adapt is one of its greatest strengths. The amendment process allows it to address new issues while maintaining the principles that the founders laid down. This flexibility has helped it remain relevant for over 2 centuries.
Diego felt a growing sense of respect for the Constitution. It was more than just a document. It was a living blueprint that had guided the country through countless challenges. Evelyn gathered her notes and looked at Diego.
You've done well today, Diego. These rights, responsibilities, and the Constitution itself are all part of what it means to be a U.S. citizen. Understanding them is essential, but so is embracing them. As you continue this journey, remember that citizenship is about more than just knowing these facts. It's about living these values.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. I'm starting to see how all of these pieces fit together, and I'm ready to keep learning more.
Good. Citizenship is about active participation. These rights and responsibilities connect us to the past and guide us into the future. Keep up the good work.
Diego left the room, stepping into the warm afternoon sun. He felt more prepared and grounded than before. Each question and answer wasn't just a step toward passing a test. It was a step toward understanding the country he hoped to call his own. He realized that being a citizen meant embracing these principles as part of his identity, and he felt ready for the path ahead. As Diego walks into the sunlight, Evelyn's words echo, challenging all those who are on the journey to citizenship.
Now it's your turn. Citizenship is about understanding and upholding the values at the heart of democracy. Here's a question for you. Question for the audience: what is one right guaranteed by the First Amendment? A. The right to vote. B. Freedom of speech. C. The right to bear arms. The choices reflect the principles that define a free society. Understanding these rights is crucial to embracing what it means to be a part of this nation. Choose wisely, as these answers are more than facts. They're fundamental to the journey of citizenship.